LaCroix is responsible for 11 peacekeeping operations and over 70,000 peacekeepers deployed in hotspots across the globe, telling the Security Council this week that their operations are increasingly unable to rely on member states acting in a strong, unified manner in support of the mandates handed down by the Council.
On the one hand, the mandates of the peacekeeping mission, which, as you know, are created and extended by the Security Council, they continue to be extended. But if we don't have a very strong, again, I repeat my words, strong and united support by member states, particularly those with the best and the greatest influence on conflict, to support political efforts, to support the parties into abiding by the commitment that they've entered into on political agreements, then what kind of result do we have? We have a situation where peacekeeping operations do not have the prospect of leaving anytime soon, because the only way in which they can live in good conditions, at least, is when the political process has been achieved. That is, when the political agreement has been implemented and stability has restored, and then we can live gradually in good conditions.
He expressed hope at developments in the DRC, including a ceasefire agreement mediated by Angola between Rwanda and DR Congo. And while acknowledging the complexity of the security situation in the East, he expressed some optimism.
I see more than a glimmer of hope, because we have, on the one hand, a very credible and active diplomatic process, which is supported by SADC and particularly Angola, which is leading that diplomatic efforts. And at the same time, we also have SADC's strong involvement with the deployment of SAMIDRC, the SADC Force. And they're both the force, SAMIDRC, and the diplomatic process, they're complementary to one another. When I toured the region of Southern Africa, and we had a meeting with the high officials, including President Ramaphosa in Pretoria, we understood that there was a clear understanding from SADC member states and high officials that those two are complementary. What it means is that we have strong involvement by a very credible and committed regional organization, SADC. We also have the Nairobi process, which continues to be very important. We have MONUSCO on the ground, continue to support, and now we will be supporting the SADC force with a mandate from the Security Council.
He's referring to an August Council resolution that mandated MONUSCO to provide operational and logistical support to SAMIDRC through enhanced coordination, information sharing and technical assistance. But we also raised the destabilizing impact of Rwanda's well-established support for the rebel M23 group after various UN panel of experts reports accused Rwanda of having thousands of troops in the DRC, of de facto control of M23 operations, and therefore liable for the actions of the group. The Rwanda-backed M23 has been responsible for heavy casualties among SANDF troops in the DRC. I asked LaCroix why Kigali had not been denounced at the highest levels of the UN, including by himself.
What is important is to work and be effective towards peace and stability. Now, obviously Rwanda is an important stakeholder. I mean, otherwise we wouldn't have those Angola-sponsored discussion between the DR Congo and Rwanda. So, you know, it's a fact. But what is important is, to play our role as a proponent for peace, supporting the diplomatic efforts, strengthening them with the capacity that we have on the ground, with also the voice and the support that the UN can bring to the political process. This is really where we can be useful, where we can make a difference.
He conceded that they had been in touch with Rwanda in an effort to prioritize political dialogue, in an effort to be constructive over public denunciations of a UN member state and key peacekeeping contributor that to many appeared to be working against the goals of the UN.
I think the message essentially to both is that, let's prioritize diplomatic dialogue. Let's make sure that the steps that are envisaged, particularly in these agreements, ceasefire, will be actually implemented. You know, let's be constructive. This is really what we're aiming at.
LaCroix also indicated that they were working with the African Union to operationalize a Security Council resolution passed in December that enables AU-led peace operations to largely be funded by UN-assessed contributions on a case-by-case basis, ensuring a better level of readiness as situations on the continent arise. Shervin Ricebees, SABC News, New York.